shortly after midnight on Jan. 11, 2019, Phoenix police pulled over a car filled with 4 people suspected of committing an armed robbery earlier that evening. 3 seconds after one of them, Jacob Harris, hopped out and started running, officers Dave Norman and Kristopher Bertz opened fire, fatally striking him in the back. The officers didn't face any consequences for the shooting. Instead, prosecutors laid the blame on Harris's 3 friends in the car. Even though none of them had fired a single shot, 19-year-old Soraya Busani, 20-year-old Jeremiah Triplett, and 14-year-old Johnny Reed were charged with first-degree murder. More than 2 years later, they remain in jail awaiting trial. Prosecutors charged them under a legal provision unavailable in most of the country. Most states have the felony murder rule, which dictates that a person can be held liable if, while they are committing certain felonies, someone dies as a result of their actions or those of a co-conspirator. But in at least 13 states, including Arizona, liability for deaths under the felony murder rule is extended even further. A person can be tried for the fatal actions of a third party, such as a police officer, if the death is deemed a reasonably foreseeable outcome of the crime. In Harris's shooting, prosecutors argued that the 4 young adults were fleeing an armed robbery, establishing a chain of events that led to the death. Since 2010, at least 22 people nationwide have been charged with felony murder for deaths directly caused by police, according to a BuzzFeed News review. At least 13 have been convicted. In recent months, in the aftermath of racial justice protests seeking accountability for police officers who kill, some defense attorneys and victims' advocates have called for an end to this expanded application of felony murder law. One state, Illinois, eliminated it earlier this year. To those who oppose the practice, holding people liable for deaths caused by third parties allows prosecutors to look past the decisions and actions of law enforcement agents in fatal shootings, and lets officers who have killed people get away with minimal scrutiny.
Charging the co-felons in these cases all too often provides police officers with cover in cases where the shootings are in violation of departmental policies or are otherwise unjustified, said Steve Dreisen, a professor at Northwestern University's law school. The laws are used to justify decisions not to discipline police officers.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.